Starting with some breaking news right now, the first meeting between Prime Minister Modi and his brand new Council of Ministers and Cabinet is set to begin any moment now. Prime Minister Modi is expected to chalk out his strategy to prepare for the raging challenges amidst the pandemic. This new team of ministers, remember, will be leading India against the third wave. Discussions will include preparations all across, from health to economy to infrastructure and India's revival strategy. It's difficult to overstate the importance of this first cabinet meeting, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the first day of a brand new team in one of the most challenging situations the country has ever been in. I want to go straight across to India. Today is Rahul Srivastav, our National Affairs editor. Also with us is editor Mosmi Singh, who both are tracking this developing story right now. Mosmi, all-important cabinet meet. The new ministers have all gotten to work. No time for, celebrations or any of that sort. No time for rest. Big challenges. That meeting is all set to begin. What can you tell us about the agenda?
Clearly, Shiv, when the cabinet reshuffle, we've seen the exits that have happened make more headlines. It's clear that the Prime Minister would be focusing on the pandemic management, especially when you have a new health minister, a new law minister, new education minister. So the big cabinet ministers that have come in, the Prime Minister, remember, last week did focus on the coronavirus pandemic and stress on COVID appropriate behavior. So as far as it's going to be a warm-up exercise for the new ministers, cabinet ministers inducted, it will also see the Prime Minister reiterating the fact that the coronavirus is a huge challenge for the government, remains a huge challenge, and especially when you have a new health minister in place, the contours, the Prime Minister would really spell out the contours as far as the future planning is concerned.
Any inside track, Rahul, coming to you on what the big message from the Prime Minister is going to look like? We do know broadly that it's going to be an action plan. There is so much work to do. This is an important transitory phase where there can be absolutely no slip-ups. India simply cannot afford it.
Shiv, I'll tell you something very interesting. Today, one after another, all the new ministers or the newly upgraded ministers took charge.
Yeah.
And one thing was very striking, that there was no great sense of euphoria as far as achieving that career milestone is concerned, which is usually there always. I have seen it. Primarily because of the fact that almost every minister knows that he is new to the task. Most of those who are new or upgraded. Second, they also know that there are deep challenges, both in terms of administrative delivery mechanism and also political, why they've been brought in. The third is the fact that 12 very big, some of them big heavyweights, have been dropped because they have failed the Narendra Modi test. And these facts are making the life, means they have to hit the ground running. And the Prime Minister has sent out a very clear message that delivery is the mantra.
Yes.
Now in that, see, for example, today's cabinet meeting is very interesting. Why is it interesting? Because it was scheduled to be held on Wednesday, but it was cancelled. Now, one of the big ticket decisions which one is expecting is the restoration of dearness allowances for the central government employees.
Yes.
They over 50 lakh employees, their dearness allowances were frozen because of the pandemic and the expenses that the government was going to incur because of the battle against the pandemic. And this is going to be one of the big ticket announcement as far as this cabinet meeting is concerned. Right after that, at 7 p.m., the Prime Minister is going to have a Council of Ministers meeting in which he is going to discuss with all the newcomers and the new upgrades what exactly is the vision of this government.
Very interesting. We'll wait for that as well. Thank you, Rahul and Mosmi, for getting us the latest on the cabinet meeting that's taking place now, any moment now, and then the Council of Ministers meet at 7 p.m.